Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Secretary Collins, for your time today. I have the privilege and great pride, actually, of representing the CNMI, Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. We have hundreds of veterans who lack essential VA healthcare and VA resources because we are a remote community. And with your help and the help of my colleagues in this committee, I hope we can start affecting serious change and improvement for many of our veterans, one of whom is here today, who flew 8,000 miles for some other business. He's back in the back row, Mr. Brad Rosala, who is the local VFW representative for Saipan. So, you know, with the help of the chairman and his amazing team, I've been pushing to fill the only VA administrative role in the entire CNMI, a position that has been vacant for over 18 months. The administrative specialist position is a critical resource for our community of underserved veterans. It's the only person in the CNMI, actually, that's responsible for assisting our vets by answering questions, providing information, giving guidance. And, you know, given your earlier statement about, you know, our veterans don't need to hire somebody or, you know, get somebody to be advocating for them, right? That position has been very critical, a critical lifeline to getting our vets to be able to get the help they need. Is there any way you can provide us an update with that?
I appreciate that, and I thank you for your work. I mean, you're in an area that is, again, remote, as you said. It's very difficult, but in working with you and our folks have been talking about this, we recognize the vacancy in that position and have worked with that to make sure it was not affected in any other hiring freeze or anything else. And I'm here also as your one who has traveled 8,000 miles, that your new administrative specialist will be on the job June 16th of this year.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing news. Very much welcome. You know, God forbid that you wake up a little late, right? Because a lot of times to be able to get, for our vets to be able to get the service, they have to call Guam. And then Guam has to go through Honolulu. So if you miss that time period, you just don't get the service at all for that day. So thank you, much appreciated.
Well, I want to thank you and the chairman and the ranking member and all on this who've actually helped through this and get this done, and I appreciate that work. And again, sometimes it just takes, you know, we got to push, and there's in just an area that's very difficult to find work in, but hopefully you'll be able to have a good success starting in June of this year.
Thank you very much. So just one other thing. In December of 2023, the VA announced the establishment of a vet center outstation in the CNMI, a smaller satellite office aimed at improving access to counseling services for veterans and service members. This was incredibly welcome, as there's currently a significant lack of services available to the veterans in the CNMI. However, a year and a half later, the outstation has yet to be established. The most recent update we have is that the outstation is in the leasing phase with no set date for its opening. Can you please provide an update on the status of the VA's effort to open the vet center outstation in the CNMI? Specifically, at what stage is the process and when can we expect it to be operational? And I know you've mentioned some challenges with procurement and leasing processes, so any update would be very welcome at this point.
Congresswoman, I wish I could go two for two here, but I can't on this one, but I can give you at least a little bit. So 500 is at least better than none.
Yeah.
It is still in that lease process, and as I said earlier, this is a part that I really wish we could have some change on. We've got to get this better, but it is still in that leasing process. But I want to go ahead and say, what are we doing to look ahead? And that is that the Readjustment Counseling Service is currently recruiting for counseling positions and expects selection and onboarding in the next several months. And is dependent on available qualified. So we're actually already looking for folks to fill that position, and we'll continue to look for a place to put them and you know, to get your help that you need.
All right, thank you. I yield the remainder of my time, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much for your time.